All right, guys. So finally got time. I had a request on an updated tour and breakdown of my uh, mobile service bag. Um, so just want to do a quick update video. I'm gonna go through it in depth, basically all what I have in here, how I have it set up. So pretty much things that I use for general purpose maintenance on customers' vehicles, small jobs, nothing really technical, no engine breakdowns or anything, but there's enough tools in here to pretty much do most jobs, most repairs, pretty much part replacements. So I do quick jobs, so like brakes, suspension, um, fluid changes, stuff like that. Depending on what's being requested, then that's how I'll do the stuff. So that's how I get it. So mainly pertaining to smaller vehicles, I always keep one of these jacks in there, just leftover one. Easy enough for some ramps. So alongside with that, we're gonna start with the side. We got some wheel chocks. These are by Big Red. So always good to have wheel chocks, guys. And I like it because they're portable. They fold down flat, and these are also good to keep, as I said, in your car as well too. So that way, if you're on the side of the road, you're not always gonna be on a level surface. So if you need to change a tire and you're jacking your vehicle up, aside from putting your parking brake on, it's good to have these too. And they're lightweight, so in here keep some backup electrical connectors. This is a little Dollar Tree case, so you can put. I got in here some heat shrink connectors, some taps, fuses, some terminals, butt connectors, some wire nuts, then an extra little towel. So that's pretty much it for that side pocket. And then going on this side, hose pick, flat tip, some Seal Glide, brake lubricant, WD-40, little wire brush, PB blaster. I really love these cans. I mean, they're small, compact, so works out for the bag really well. All right, we'll start from the front side. Trim tool, hose pinch off pliers. I really like this style. It's been my favorite style so far. Brake caliper hangers, inspection mirror. That's it for that pocket. Some wire strippers. And I guess I should be naming out the brands since the person asked. So, Milwaukee hose pick, snap-on trim tool. This has been my favorite one style so far. This one is Matco, but it's rebranded. I have other pairs made by Performance Tools. You can get those at O'Reilly's. Milwaukee wire strippers, Craftsman inspection mirror. These are some generic, I think the brand is OMT, snap ring pliers, the convertible style. So, and they come in a whole set. You get like a whole box for like $30 or whatever. Milwaukee oil filter pliers. Some needle nose Milwaukee, they're called torque locks. Same thing as vice grips. These are great. I love these style handles. Extra pair of gloves. So these are my favorite style gloves. These cut level ones. They're comfortable. They perform very well. So little boo-boo kit. Little gear wrench, pocket screwdriver. Some synthetic oil. It's good for lubing up tools, whatever. So, pocket pry bar, Some blue thread locker, dielectric grease, and some more brake grease. Milwaukee stubby screwdriver. It's got different bits inside of it. Some more brake grease. Synthetic grease. Extra just wire, you never know. Some more dielectric grease. So some adapters. I got a, was this 1/2 to 3/8, and I believe a 3/8 to 1/2. Some nut driver bits, magnetic. These are just Harbor Freight brands. Some of these have lost the magnets, but they still do okay. Little Phillips hex bit, spark plug gap tool. All right, and this is the Husky, I believe, 18-inch tool tote. Some snap-on snips, Craftsman metric Allen wrenches, brake gauge. It's by ABN. Some electrical tape, plastic wire brush, another copper wire brush, some more dielectric grease, the Icon parrot nose pliers, and then just a punch. So most of the pliers, I started off with Milwaukee. Since moved most of my Milwaukee pliers from the last video over to my little roll around cart or stool or whatever you sit on. So I pretty much have gone to mostly Icon on the pliers because my drive tools, you'll see here in a second. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So a little battery alternator tester, and then a code reader, and then an impact driver. Those are good for doing brakes. Got a headlamp, a thin wrench, 10 and 12. I found out that's the only size I really needed. Mostly work on imports. All right. Lug nut sockets. So 19, 21, and 17. That's it for the outside pockets. All right, we'll start from the inside. Another shop rag. So this is an underhood light. Now, I originally got that one that folds out, but Walmart, the Hypertough brand, came out with this one. It's much lighter, it stretches, so you can use it for interior, the hood, whatever, and it's pretty bright, and the battery lasts pretty good too. It's got different settings, so I really like this. It's got a magnetic, so you can always just hang it anywhere metal, so that's really nice. All right, I just got this one 1/2 inch flex head ratchet. Brake grease, temp gun, Craftsman V series wrench set. I really like these. So far, no issues. Icon 1/2 inch shorter ratchet flex head. This is my primary one, the 3/8 flex head. This thing's been great. Now all of these ratchets, and then I got my 1/4 inch flex head. out of the box, I highly recommend you open them up. You get some of this synthetic oil from Super Lube and you lube them up. Clean them off really good. Apply the oil. I don't care what anyone says. I get that you should be able to buy it out of the box and it'd be fine. But I found that most non-tool truck brand ratchets, I mean, you need to just lube them up. I mean, that's just my recommendation. You're not paying tool truck prices, so don't expect tool truck quality or whatever that, you know. I've done this for Gear Wrench. I've done it for other brands. Even my Snap-ons and my Max and Metcos, I open them up, clean them off, and I use this stuff. It works great. It performs really well. There's no slippage, no nothing. It just does really good. So it's like doing your own oil changes. You run the oil that you like, what works best for your vehicle, and that's just the quality of the oil. Whatever. Okay. 3/8 breaker bar. Now, one thing I don't have in this bag that doesn't fit, that I do also bring along, just in case, depending on what vehicle I'm going to be working on, is this, I believe, a 25-inch breaker bar. So, depending on the vehicle. But in most cases, if it's a smaller vehicle, I normally don't bring it. I do have a breaker bar. So, the Husky 3/8 swivel impacts. These are really good. Haven't had no issues with those. Straight tip Dominator by Mayhew pry bar. I really like that thing. Some panel clip pliers. Those are really good. Just a generic, I forget what brand this is, ball peen. Collapsible Craftsman magnetic tray. That way you don't lose your fasteners. A collapsible funnel. I do normally bring a regular funnel too, but that's just in case I need something. Hyper tough folding light. So you can use it like that, or as a flashlight, regular light, different settings, and then obviously on there. So this is a very versatile light. It's lightweight, it's magnetic. Sorry, I'm not even pointing at it. So, really good. Some copper washers, battery terminal cleaner, little hex bit adapter. I need to put that in here in a second. Extra battery cable, just never know. Extra flashlight. Just some parts. Compact hacksaw. Zip ties. Okay. Now these are my main sockets that I normally carry. 3/8. I'm not going to go through every single socket in here, but I've been running the Milwaukees. These have been great. No issues on them. Keep an extra long Phillips bit in there. Also the Milwaukee adapter, swivel adapter, extension. Let me go and throw this bit adapter in there so I don't forget it. So there's that. Okay, here's the breaker bar. This is just a, I believe, GM Performance parts. It's an old one I've had for years. Still works good. And I just put this pipe that I cut. So, extends out pretty far. Alright. Another 6-in-1, or 11-in-1, I'm sorry. Regular standard screwdriver with the changeable bits. I think it's reversible is what it is. Yeah, reversible. And then you can just pull this whole section out, so it has other tips in there. All right, just some regular cutters, side cutters, Milwaukee flashlight, and these are Icon, obviously. Icon slip joints, Icon needle nose, Icon hose pliers. I like these because obviously you can pull hoses off with them, and I also use them for electrical connectors. You know, where you can just squeeze gently on there and it'll pull right out. Haven't had any issues doing that. All right, Icon tongue and groove pliers. I just got that one a couple weeks ago, and then I just got this one last week. The Icon pliers wrench. Keep a Milwaukee marker. Craftsman magnetic pickup tool. A Milwaukee adjustable wrench. Milwaukee little compact knife, box cutter, and then the Icon pick set. So I got that recently too. I had the generic brand in there, but I moved that to my junkyard bag. So that's pretty much everything, all the way out. A lot of tools can fit into this thing. So now back to why I got Icon, because all my drive tools are Icon. So if I have any issues with any of my standard tools, ratchets, pliers, I can just all go to Harbor Freight. I was about to say Home Depot, but so warranting out, I just go to one place. There's multiple Harbor Freights throughout the Metroplex here in DFW, so it's easy. You don't have to worry about that. I just walk in, swap it out, and go about my business. So that's why I went to Icon on the pliers. And given that I use snap-on pliers in the garage, I'm used to that handle style. So switching over to this, you know, it's got the same feel to it, and form is pretty similar. So that's just my preference. All right, guys, hope that breakdown gives you an idea of what I carry. Now, obviously, depending on what, you know, whatever job you're gonna do, things can change or whatever, but primarily this should be able to do everything that I need to do. So, all right, guys, hope you have a good weekend. Take care.